Today on the Electric Playground, stay in touch with some messaging apps. We hit the green carpet of a Muppet-filled movie premiere. Don't touch that remote unless it controls a new Medal of Honor collectible. And Martin Scorsese's latest film, Hugo, is adventuring onto the big screen. Welcome to the Electric Playground. We're the show that brings you the latest and everything cool every single day. My name is Victor Lucas, and we have plenty of Batman and non-Batman related stuff today in the rundown. Here it is. Director Christopher Nolan has revealed the first plot details for The Dark Knight Rises. Speaking with Empire magazine, the filmmaker revealed that the new Batman film will take place 8 years after its predecessor, The Dark Knight.
I certainly hope not.
Nolan says hero Bruce Wayne will be older and more run down, and that the new villain Bane will be his most brutal foe yet. Inception's Tom Hardy will play the beefy bad guy, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a young Gotham City police officer. Anne Hathaway is sinking her claws into the part of feline fatale, Catwoman. Expect more details on The Dark Knight Rises to be uncovered in the coming months. It's slated to rise in cinemas on July 20th, 2012. Over on the gaming front, the Robin Bundle Pack for Batman Arkham City is now available for download on the PS3 and 360. It gives Bat fans the chance to play as the Boy Wonder in special challenge maps, complete with unique moves and gadgets. More DLC for Arkham City will swoop down in the coming months. It looks like Jim Henson's lovable Muppets are returning to the small screen. Just in time for the big screen debut of the new Muppets movie, NBC has announced plans to create a new TV series featuring the iconic puppets.
That is awesome!
It's titled The New Neighbors and will focus on a family of humans who move in next door to some of the Muppets. There's no word on which of the classic characters will appear. We recently caught up with Kermit the Frog himself, who speculates on his own return to television.
I don't know, it might be fun to do another TV show someday. You know, that'd be great. But we'll see how it all works out. That depends on the fans, of course.
We'll keep you up to date with the latest Muppets details. The new movie hits North America this week, and we'll head to the green carpet premiere later in the show. Thanks to its popularity, Call of Duty Elite isn't so elite after all. Publisher Activision says that a grand total of 4 million players have signed up for the new subscription service, with more than 1 million paid subscribers enlisting in the first 6 days. Call of Duty Elite launched earlier this month with the release of Modern Warfare 3. It's designed to give players an easy way to set up matches, keep track of stats, and access downloadable content. As a result of all the new users, some have experienced bugs and glitches while trying to log on. Activision promises that the issues will soon be worked out. A PC version of Elite is also on the way. The heroic Captain America is going to play a deadly mafia hitman in a new project. Deadline reports that Captain America himself, Chris Evans, will star in The Iceman, a movie based on a book about the life of a contract killer. The role was originally set to be played by Rise of the Planet of the Apes human James Franco, who left the project due to scheduling conflicts. Audiences can next see Chris Evans in The Avengers. He'll reprise his heroic role of Captain America. It smashes into theaters on May 4th, 2012. It's looking more and more certain that Diablo 3 will hit consoles. Speaking with Game Informer, developer Blizzard Entertainment revealed that the hack-and-slash PC game will likely emerge on other platforms like the PS3 and 360. Blizzard hasn't officially committed itself to a console version, but says it hopes to rebuild the game from the ground up instead of just porting it over from the PC. Diablo 3 is expected to arrive early next year, but a firm release date has not been set.
I defy you.
The dark and gritty fantasy series Grimm has plenty of new cases on the way. NBC has given the new show a full season order, which will keep it on the air until at least next year. Grimm is a police drama with a dark fairy tale twist.
This is no fairy tale. The stories are real.
It focuses on a homicide detective who battles supernatural creatures and is co-created by one of the writers behind Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel.
That sounds more like a bad movie.
We'll let you know if Grimm gets picked up for a second season. It's not April Fool's Day, but that won't stop Sylvester Stallone from making a Rocky musical. Yes, the classic boxing film franchise is being turned into a live musical production. Stallone will serve as producer on the project, and it promises to feature new versions of familiar Rocky tunes. Rocky the musical will take the stage in late 2012. Sylvester Stallone is currently working on a sequel to The Expendables, which will explode into cinemas next year. Don't expect any musical numbers in that, though. Up next, head into war with some new Medal of Honor collectibles and head on a robotic adventure in Hugo. Welcome back to the Electric Playground, where we're taking on a trip to 1930s Paris for a look at Martin Scorsese's first 3D film. It's called Hugo.
Magicians used machines like this when I was a boy. Some walked, some danced, some sang, but the secret was always in the clockwork.
Hugo's a boy of about 12 years old, living inside the walls of the Gare de Montparnasse, one of the big train stations in Paris, 1931. And what he does there, he lives in like an attic room filled with parts of clocks and gears and machines and big window that looks out over Paris. And the boy is alone. No one takes care of him.
There was a fire. You're coming with me.
He's an orphan, and he ends up living with his uncle in a train station, working, doing a man's job. And his uncle leaves, and he's just left alone with this robotic figure, the automaton. So he's quite to himself until he meets Isabel.
Where do you live? Is it a secret?
Yes.
Oh, good, I love secrets. I play a girl named Isabel, and it's a really fun character because she's a very free girl. Even though she is in lockdown, she reads a lot of books and she has a gigantic imagination.
Fix it. I know you've been stealing parts from the shop. Might as well use those you haven't stolen yet.
The environment of the railway station, with all its tunnels and secret corners and massive clocks, and Hugo lives in this labyrinth of beautiful tunnels and dark places, and the relationship between him and the little girl is glorious.
Right after my father died, I'd come up here a lot. I'd imagine the whole world was one big machine. What he's trying to do, the main sort of key point in the story, is this robotic figure called an automaton, and Hugo's trying to fix it.
So you're all alone?
Not completely.
What I found interesting was the connection to the boy and the mystery of the story. As he unravels this mystery, and as Isabel unravels her mystery, how it all comes together and makes their lives fulfilled.
Where did you get this? Why would my key fit into your father's machine?
The set is breathtakingly beautiful. The toys are beautiful in my toy shop. The colors, the 3D aspect of it. It's going to be like The Wizard of Oz, which is very funny and very moving. It's going to be a terribly entertaining film for decades to come.
Happy endings only happen in the movies.
The story's not over yet.
This is something that's always been exciting to me. I'd always dreamed of doing film in 3D. The story is something very emotional, funny at times.
Give me your best smile.
It was like a celebration.
Hugo's in theaters right now, and as you just saw, Sir Ben Kingsley operates a toy shop in the movie. So let's stay on this toy thread and jump into our Toy to the World series. Earlier this year at Toy Fair, Shaun got a chance to get some hands-on time with some prototypes for remote-controlled Medal of Honor vehicles. Take a look.
Medal of Honor is a huge game for EA, and here at the Interactive Toy Concepts booth, Ian, you've got Medal of Honor toys. What do you have?
Basically, it's the video game brought to the living room floor. So you've got 5 individual items. You've got a tank, an OPFOR truck, a helicopter, and the ATV is the actual Tier 1's vehicle of choice.
And then on the other end of things, we've got the opposing forces truck, which I guess in real life might just blow up at any given time, but here it's not going to do that. What does that do?
It's a very speedy, durable truck that can pretty much handle all terrain. But these vehicles actually battle with each other. So there's infrared sensors, and each one has their own unique battle characteristics and damage control. So if you get hit, your driver will get ejected, and eventually you'll shut down. So it's RC and the video game sort of brought together.
Now, how much room do we need to have if we're going to play something like this in our home?
It'll fit into a living room. You make your own battlefield. So if you want to make a big, elaborate battle, you can do it. Or if you want to just keep it tight and quaint and go after each other, you can do it like that as well.
All right, let's talk about the individual units here. I'm partial to the helicopter myself. What are the benefits of using a helicopter in battle here?
Well, the helicopter is the key item because the helicopter has a little bit of an advantage. It hovers, it shoots. But the challenge is when you get hit with the helicopter, it'll actually spin out of control.
Ian, another one of my favorite vehicles here is the tank. You gotta have respect for the tank, gotta have a tank in any sort of war scenario. What's this tank all about?
Well, we actually have 2. We have an opposing force tank, and we have a Tier 1 tank. These are the most powerful, obviously, They're agile, but they're built to inflict destruction.
And in terms of how they take damage, how do they progress as the battle continues?
Well, the first time you hit one, the left tread will shut down. At that point, you become immobile. The second time, it will shut right down. Third time, your driver will actually be ejected. So you have 3 hits to bring the tanks down.
Well, I'm just going to give a warning for those guys out there looking to challenge me. My helicopter piloting skills are unparalleled.
Safety tip, when Shaun is controlling a remote-controlled helicopter, make room. We'll be right back. Up next, a weekly dose of comic goodness and a green movie premiere. You're back with the cute and cuddly Electric Playground, but things are about to get more so because Miri recently attended the green carpet premiere of The Muppets.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. That's right, folks. I'm here at the Hollywood green carpet premiere of The Muppets, where both human and Muppet stars are about to arrive. So let the fun begin. Are you excited for the world premiere?
Oh, it's fantastic. What's the movie?
It's The Muppets.
Oh, right, I forgot.
What is your favorite thing about The Muppets?
I just think their sense of fun and their sense of hope that anything can happen and anything is possible.
And why do you think now's a good time to have a Muppets movie?
For me, a good reason is because now I have a little girl, and so I'm just excited to introduce her to these adorable little Muppets.
Oh.
What?
Oh!
What do you think is going to surprise people about the Muppets?
You know what? I think people sort of forget how much they love them, and when you see them, you remember, oh my, these guys are amazing. They're really funny and sweet and talented and charming, and they're so positive. You know, it's like it's a really important part of the world today to be positive. I think.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We wanted to make it contemporary and feel that it was up today, and yet pay respect to Jim Henson and what the movies used to be.
Why do you think this franchise is so unique and it stands the test of time in Hollywood?
I think it started from the creation of the characters. They're so specific and unique. Everyone's different. You can identify a personality with the puppet, and that is going to last forever.
Are you one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think that now is a good time for a Muppets movie? They've been around for so long.
Because it's a new generation, and they've forgotten about the Muppets, and that's what the movie's about. People forgot about the Muppets, but now they're coming back with them. Bang!
There's a lot of really great things to laugh at, and it's a feel-good movie. But our goal from the beginning, what David and I really wanted to do, was not only deliver the comedy, we wanted to deliver the true emotional experience, and it's in there.
I believe in you. And you.
How do you go from all of that love to creating one story that you can put on camera?
Well, it was very simple. The Muppets, what they do best is put on a show. So that's what this movie is about. It's the Muppets getting back together to put on a giant show.
Wow, that was an expensive-looking explosion. I can't believe we had that in the budget.
You can catch The Muppets in theaters right now, and if you go, be prepared to smile. Someone that makes me smile a whole lot is Foobs. Here he is with the latest comics and collectibles in the Sonar.
Welcome once again to another outstanding Sonar full of comic books, happiness, and smiles from all around the world. And we're talking about Marvel characters in ancient times. Consider me in. An interesting tale of 5 heroes pushed to their limits in the 17th century in Japan, having to deal with violence, geisha, and wandering Ronin is exactly what we get in the 5 Ronin trade collecting the 5-issue series. With the undying killer Wolverine, the monster with no control Hulk, the fighting a war of his own Punisher, the all-seeing Psylocke, and the deadliest fool Deadpool each wronged, not only are they left disgraced warriors, they are masterless samurai, and each take a vow of vengeance, and I love vengeance, especially 17th century Japanese vengeance. What the Dark Knight sees in the mirror isn't exactly a reflection of a hero. Pushed to the limits of his detective skills, Batman is forced to confront one of Gotham's evils of old in the Batman the Black Mirror hardcover collecting Detective Comics 871 through 877. Trapped inside a house of mirrors, Batman must do what it takes to stop evil from prevailing. Not only that, but when a killer whale corpse shows up in Gotham Bank, a new face of organized crime in Gotham awaits Batman's arrival. It's about time to answer to the preacher. There's nothing like settling down for a nice Sunday and getting ready for the week to start anew. Well, when Jesse Custer continues his dark journey to find God and becomes a sheriff in a banged-up Texas town, he decides to take actions into his own hands and search for God with a renewed quest to hold him accountable for his actions in the Preacher Book 5 hardcover, collecting Preacher 41 through 54. Custer's done praying around, and it's time for God to answer the call. It's still clobbering time 50 years later. It's time to celebrate a landmark with the first family of Marvel, as we have finally made it to issue 600 for the Fantastic Four. The 50th anniversary issue begins part 1 of the 5-part Forever story arc, in which things are once again a-changing for the Fantastic Four. So there you go, you got some trades and a 50th anniversary issue jam-packed into the Sonar. Next week, it's going to be even better, so stay tuned for that. Just keep watching.
After the break, music-making machines and must-have messenger apps. Hey, you've returned to the Electric Playground, and we're just about to check in with our hosts for our weekly App Map feature, and today it's all about communication.
It's the 21st century, folks, which means there's no time like the present to stay connected to friends and family in a million different ways. I consider myself a tech junkie, so I rely on a number of tools and apps to stay connected, like the AIM Messenger app. The AIM Messenger app on my iPhone lets me access all the peeps in my buddies list from anywhere, anytime. A simple finger tap to sign in instantly takes me to my profile, where I can see how long I've been online and how many buddies I'm following. And speaking of buddies, all my online pals can easily be accessed by clicking on the buddies list. To chat with a buddy, all I need to do is tap on that person's name and start typing. The live stream also connects me to friends and their status updates and Twitter feeds, so I can stay connected to them without ever starting a chat.
We all love staying in touch with our friends, and that's why over the years I've signed up for so many different instant messaging services that I often forget to sign into them on a daily basis. In fact, there are some that I haven't signed into in years because I forgot that I even signed up for them in the first place. But now with the eBuddy Messenger app, I can sign into all those services all at the same time. All you have to do is set up an eBuddy ID and then select which accounts you'd like to also sign into. The list of options includes many big ones such as MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, AIM, Gtalk, Facebook, and for those old schoolers out there, ICQ. Your buddy list here shows everyone who's signed in as well as which network they're signed into, and you can organize this list by name or account type. Happy chatting.
Sometimes it may be hard to get a hold of someone right away who may be busy, but if you have the HeyTell application, you can walkie-talkie style your way to send them voice messages with ease. The HeyTell app is a cross-platform voice messenger that gives you the power to instantly talk to your friends and family anytime, anywhere. All you have to do is download the app, create yourself a free profile, even set your privacy level to make sure only the people you want to get a hold of you can, and you're ready to go. Search your contacts folder or add the number of the person you want to contact who also has the app, hold the hold and speak button, and start yapping away. If the conversation is a memorable one, you can click the favorite star and save it forever. There's also a location button that allows you to share your location with whomever you may be hey-telling with, and not only that, it works on 4G, 3G, Edge, even Wi-Fi, so when you're in the areas without much service but usable Wi-Fi, hey-tell away and share your stories with your friends.
Great picks for apps to help you express yourself. Another way you can express yourself is through music. Here's Shaun with some ideas on how to do just that.
Steve, what is the Korg Kronos?
It's a complete music workstation, the latest from Korg. Essentially, a music workstation is a complete keyboard with sounds, combinations of sounds, and recording capabilities.
There are some very realistic sounds built into the Kronos workstation. You've got strings, you've got bass, you've got other acoustic instruments, horns. What is it about the Kronos workstation that makes it such a cool item to have in your synth collection?
Well, I think it replaces many of your synths. You can sit down and go, yeah, I really don't need these 5 synths anymore. It's got the pianos, the acoustic pianos, the electric pianos. It has string models, so it can sound like guitars, it can sound like a harpsichord. You've got the HD1, which is basically the sample playback engine. In essence, that's where all the samples, the snapshots of sounds are, and that's where you play like strings and brass sounds. Sound engine, so you can replace all your analog gear with this. It's got the MS-20 from yesteryears from Korg, as well as the Poly 6, so you've got just a slew of cool sounding old and new keyboards all in one.
into making music, sometimes you need to add some vocals, you need a microphone for that. We've got the Samson Meteor mic here today. Steve, what are the benefits of this mic?
Well, it's a USB mic. You hook it directly into your computer. The computer just recognizes the mic, so you're ready to record. It's great for recording vocals directly into the computer. It's great for recording, let's say, an instrument like an acoustic guitar. It's got that unique little tripod set up. You can set it up on a tabletop or on your lap or however you're going to record.
What are some of the benefits to using something like the Samson Meteor mic as opposed to like a built-in mic? Because a lot of our PCs have built-in mics on the monitors.
Well, it's got a 1-inch diaphragm and it's a condenser mic. It's a high-quality mic and high-quality recording. So when you're recording, you will hear all those nuances. You will hear all the little sounds from the acoustic guitar. The PC mics are not up to the task of recording music, so the Meteor mic's a nice alternative.
I love the look of this thing. It looks like a little UFO has landed on my desk, and I got my little alien action figures all around it when I'm not using it.
I know Shaun loves working on new songs when he's not working on cool new stories for the Electric Playground. And speaking of which, here's what's coming soon. On the next Electric Playground, the ultimate robot Voltron returns in video game form. Things are getting artistic using just an iPhone. And coming soon to EP, we delve into the creative minds of new media with our Storytelling 2.0 series. If you missed anything or want to watch it again, visit g4tv.ca, or to find out more about EP, go to our website at electplay.com. You can also follow us on Twitter under ElectPlay or catch up with us on Facebook under Electric Playground. My friends, alas, this is the end, but I've got a nice parting gift for you. It's a look at the Devil May Cry HD collection. Enjoy that, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Flames in your eye, cause your bluff.